How was work today?
What is beauty to you? Beauty is subjective to an individual's perspective and what society promotes through social media, magazines, TV, etc. That is why what is considered beauty today was not considered beauty several decades ago. Being someone who does not have the specific body shape that is considered beautiful in today's day and age, I was curious whether or not my body shape ever was considered the ideal beauty. So I started researching through influential magazines, TV shows that promote beauty, what has changed through the ages. Today I would like to share with you 3 different areas where beauty has changed. First is body shape, second will be makeup, and third will be clothing. So first we'll start with body shape. I'm going to go every 30 or so years and just show you how big of a gap just 30 years can change. So in the 1920s, the ideal body shape was classified as boyish. It was small hips, small busts. They wanted more of a boxy figure so that clothes could just flow easily and didn't want any kind of curves or anything like that. Jump forward 30 years to the 1950s. In the 1950s, it drastically changed and they wanted major curves. They wanted to be a bigger, fuller figure. There was even ads put out in magazines that promoted skinny girls gaining weight and also products that would help them gain weight so that they could have a fuller, curvier figure. Jump forward another 30 years to the 1980s. In the 1980s, that also kind of changed. They wanted very tall, and in the 1980s, this fitness craze began. So muscles now became acceptable and even desirable on women. Jump forward another 30 years to our current time, the 2010s, and although we're only 8 years in, there's still some things that are very specific to our time already. For example, it's all about the booty right now, obviously, if you see the Kardashians, and people getting plastic surgery to get their booties bigger and all that kind of stuff. So the big butt is in. After body shape, we have makeup. That is another huge area of what is considered beauty and what we use to define beauty. So in the 1920s is when makeup really actually started to make a hit, because that's when makeup began to become widely circulated. Before that, it was very difficult to get makeup. It wasn't something that was used often, so it became more popular. And the reason it became more popular was because stars of TV, or movies, I guess they didn't have TV then, movies became more widely circulated as well, and the stars would be wearing makeup. So they began to have a night look, which was a really dark eyeshadow, lots and lots of mascara, and a bright lip. And then we jump forward to the 1950s, where again that has drastically changed from the 1920s. They went to a more simple look, more neutral tones. They wanted just a simple winged eyeliner and then just a pinkish lip. This was also influenced by the stars of the time. And then the 1980s. Again, another very drastic change from the 1950s. We have very vibrant colors, really loud, lots of makeup. And this is when the makeup industry really began to take off, and they started making brighter pigments, which was because of makeup artists doing television and movies wanting to put on brighter pigments on their stars. So the makeup industry really began to take off then too as well. And then we jump forward to our current time, where makeup is common every day. It's very rare that you'll see a person out and about without makeup. We also, a big trend for our current time is thick eyebrows. Everybody really is into the eyebrows and coloring on their eyebrows, drawing on their eyebrows, making sure they're super thick, and it's just something that has become a part of our current day. And then we jump forward to the clothing throughout the ages. In the 1920s, they had what was called the flapper style, where it was all about a relaxed drop waist, so it was more of a flowy type dress, and feathers and beading was really, really popular during the time. And then we jump forward to the 1950s, where that's where we think of the big poodle skirts and everything like that, where they had the cinch waist, they had long, large, thick skirts that went to mid-calf. They also had what was called like sweater sets that were really, really popular at the time, that is our classic how we picture the 1950s as well. And jump forward to the 1980s, that is also influenced by the fitness craze that began during that time. So leggings and spandex became very popular, as well as leg warmers, all due to the aerobics craze. That also what became super popular in the time was off-shoulder sweaters and scrunchies and kind of a wild out there look. 30 years later, and we're in our current day and age, and something, again, even though we're only 7-8 years in to the 10s, something that has become very, very popular and we will be known for during this time is skinny jeans. That is something that is very much stuck around and is very, very popular. So skinny jeans is what we'll be known for, as well as athleisure, and that's kind of our comfy athletic wear, but still stylish and cute. So we've got like our stylish sneakers, stylish leggings, our tees, our hoodies, and that's something that has also been super popular for our time. So as you can see, that every single about 30 years, everything drastically changes. Beauty is subjective. It's subjective to what social media promotes, what the society wants, what is seen on the runway for different kinds of fashion. It's very subjective to change, and it will change through time, and that is something you can always count on.